Sometimes you just need a hard reset. So for the past few months, I've been working on an exercise app. I've actually been using it on the day to day to track my workouts and see all the progress I've been making. Thankfully, nobody else was too invested in the sense of tracking their own workouts, because what I'm about to tell you is pretty catastrophic. And that's that my data on there actually got wiped. Now you see, I don't exactly know how it happened. I remember I was working on getting time zones to work on users. So essentially what I wanted to do is have a user have a time zone associated with them. That way, when they log workouts, it will log it at the correct time. But for some reason, when I updated all the users to have a time zone, the data just died. It was just gone. And I think part of the reason was because when you delete a user, all of the workout data that is associated with that user gets deleted as well, automatically, which is fine. I want that to happen because it helps clean things up when somebody wants to get rid of their account. But I think for some reason, I updated the users in such a way that the database interpreted it as a deletion. So as a result, that everything got destroyed. At the time, I had already gone about 3 months in, and I was like, oh, geez. For a second, I was a bit in disbelief. I was like, no, there's no way that I must be missing something here, right? And then I kept looking, and I was like, no, I think it's all gone. I think this is all gone. And wow, that sucked. That was painful. That was really painful. And thankfully, there was nobody else like invested in it as much as I was. And also the good news was I was going to implement a backup anyway before making it a paid project, but I think that really was like the nice little disgusting reminder of, yes, go and do that. Go and back your stuff up. And 3 months, like that's a drop in the bucket. It's whatever. It's for one person. It's me. I still have the gains that I've made, right? It's just, I don't have them logged anymore. I have to log them again. So I had to kind of remember some stuff. So I guess let this be a reminder to anyone who's making software. If you're dog fooding, then go back it up. It actually does suck to lose your data, even though you're like, oh, it's alpha, whatever. I'm just dog fooding, because at the end of the day, not only are you losing your data, but you're also losing demo data. I need to think of it. I realize I just pronounced the word data, however it just comes out at the moment. Anyway, if you are dog fooding your application, it might seem like your data is not that big of a deal, but it is. Because not only do you have the data that's useful to you, but then you also have the demo data. That stuff is super helpful for just showing people, it's like, oh, look, this is solving my problem, right? It feels a little less good when you're kind of like, oh, here's like a demo user, right? But yeah, no, that felt so incredibly bad, and I do not want that to happen to anybody else. So I opened up an object storage bucket that the application will occasionally stream to. In this case, I use Lightstream, which is like a SQLite service that pretty much just lets you do that. It'll every time there's a transaction, it just consistently streams to like the object storage, and super cheap. Object storage is so cheap. It's worth the money if you're just trying to back something up. It's less than the hosting costs, as far as I'm aware, as long as you're not putting gigs and gigs and gigs of data. But in my case, it's like a really small SQLite server or a small SQLite database. I definitely do not want to be in that situation where I have a bunch of users and they just all lose it. They lose all their data, because I don't know how that would suck. I mean, for everybody also, but then me, like that's like dropping the ball to an extent that's insane. And there's so many ways to just, to prevent that. So definitely back your stuff up, even if it's just your own stuff. Just do it. I've always been bad about like backing up my actual computer, personal stuff, and everything. And I probably should get to that too. But that's how it goes, right? you're fine until it's just gone, and you're like, oh my gosh. But yeah, anyway, that's about it.